Hello fellow AI art enthusiasts, my name is Thane and this is a continuation of the sref exploration. This time we shall look at the style codes from 1700 to 1799. Before we get to that, let's take a look at the updates from Midjourney this week. First, there is a personality test with quite many questions. You do get the results right away and they are quite interesting to get a sense of yourself if you are interested in stuff like that. And there is also an incentive of 2 free image generation hours upon completing the test. And the second new thing is the new pair ranking tests for accuracy. There is one for the regular Midjourney and one for Niji. Basically you get 2 very similar images that have been generated with the same prompt, and you need to select the image that follows the prompt more accurately in your opinion. I think this is good for collecting some more data in preparation for making the results match the prompts better. The incentive for this is 1 free image generation hour if you are in the top 2,000 people who have ranked images in the span of a day. I don't know exactly, but I suspect this is not a separate list, so it may just be so that if you do any ranking, old or new, the most rankings per day will get the free hours. I haven't been ranking many images lately, so I don't know how easy this is to achieve. But I do remember it being quite easy to get the free hour per day if you ranked images for 5 or 10 minutes per day. Before we get to the styles, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my patrons who are really making a difference for me lately to keep this channel going. As a bonus for the paid members, I have uploaded PDF files with all the images and all the prompts from my videos. Even with some extras most of the time for the images that you see in the beginning and end sections of my videos. But now, let's again look at the styles. 1700 Futuristic Urban Silhouettes. 1701 Storybook Fantasy Charm. 1702 Enchanted Nighttime Fantasy. 1703 Dark Anime Realism. 1704 Neon Pink Fantasy. 1705 Ornate Fantasy Collage. 1706 Whimsical Childlike Doodles. 1707 Stylized Forest Exploration. 1708 Monochrome Ink Sketches. 1709 Textured Nature Expressionism. 1710 Vintage Gothic Illustration. 1711 Colorful Nature Illustration. 1712 Muted Retro Surrealism. 1713 Aged Ink Mythology. 1714 Digital Serenity Hybrid. 1715 Neo-Noir Cyber Fantasy. 1716 Dreamy Abstract Brushstrokes. 1717 Timeless Gothic Romanticism. 1718 Bright Retro Toonland. 1719 Zen Blossom Harmony. 1720 Fiery Fantasy Horizons. 1721 Mythic Realism Chronicles. 1722 Golden Twilight Fantasy. 1723 Vintage Grit Noir. 1724 Surreal Gothicscapes. 1725 Fairy Tale Cartoon Vibes. 1726 Mythical Adventure Chronicles. 1727 Idyllic Nature Impressionism. 1728 Dark Fairy Tale Art. 1729 Ethereal Pop Surrealism. 1730 Pastel Cellular Abstraction. 1731 Monochrome Neodeco. 1732 Vivid Surreal Expressionism. 1733 Minimalist Cyberpunk Sunset. 1734 Vintage Floral Romance. 1735 Heroic Saga Realism. 1736. Haunted Oil Impressionism. 1737. Tranquil Eastern Watercolor. 1738. Psychedelic Alien Landscapes. 1739. Alien Techno Exploration. 1740. Fluorescent Dreamscape Painting. 1741. Dreamy Floral Impressionism. 1742. Moody Blue Brushscapes. 1743. Urban Speed Surrealism. 1744. Dystopian Red Gloom. 1745. Mystic Nocturnal Fantasy. 1746. Black Ink Romanticism. 1747. Fairytale Nightscape Painting. 1748. Vibrant Urban Pop Art. 1749. Sepia-toned Nature Scroll. 1750. Mecha Feudal Fusion. 1751. Fairytale Fantasy Illumination. 1752. Ornate Dark Mysticism. 1753. Neon Vaporwave Reverie. 1754. Vibrant Floral Art Nouveau. 1755. Sunny Classical Serenity. 1756. Animated Scenic Tranquility. 1757. Dreamy Monochrome Whispers. 1758. Ancient Mystical Decay. 1759. Vibrant Springtime Bliss. 1760. Golden Glow Illustration. 1761. Red-toned ukiyo-e. 1762. Nightmarish Dark Fantasy. 1763. Rustic Pastel Wilderness. 1764. Emerald Monochrome Impressions. 1765. Romantic Cottagecore Illustration. 1766. Vivid Garden Oilscape. 1767. Dramatic Heroic Saga. 1768. Gothic Graphic Illustration. 1769. Psychedelic Techno Portraiture. 1770. Whimsical Antique Worlds. 1771. Ornate Eastern Elegance. 1772. Crimson Fantasy Majesty. 1773. Baroque Fairy Tale Realism. 1774. Surreal Forest Fairy Tale. 1775. Historic Castle Adventure. 1776. Soft Fairy Tale Illustration. 1777. Enchanting Cottagecore Animation. 1778. Haunted Twilight Wilderness. 1779. Luminous Sci-Fi Odyssey. 1780. Burnished Folk Narrative. 1781. Colorful Geometric Gallery. 1782. Tranquil Snowy Countryside. 1783. Charming Storybook Fantasy. 1784. Cinematic Noir Drama. 1785. Rustic Oil Wash. 1786. Mystical Moonlit Quest. 1787. Minimalist Fantasy Magic. 1788. Fairy Tale Anime Aesthetic. 1789. Vintage Inkwash Serenity. 1790. Vivid Folk Illustration. 1791. Retro Graphic Novel. 1792. Dreamy Brushstroke Fantasy. 1793. Psychedelic Electric Print. 1794. Delicate Line Art Illustration. 1795. Surreal Vintage Folk Art. 1796. Gothic Urban Realism. 1797. Neon Retro Futurism. 1798. Minimalist Autumn Scenery. 1799. Radiant Autumn Glow. Alright, those were the styles for this video. I hope you found some that you liked, or a look that you have been trying to achieve in your images. Do remember that you can combine these for even more specific looks. But as there are so many styles to go through, I am content just to provide you the reference images for the style codes themselves, so you know what is possible. Let me know in the comments which ones you liked. If you have some questions about Midjourney or AI in general, please ask those things from me in the comments as well. I am in the process of gathering some very interesting questions for my upcoming video series. Thank you so much for watching, and let's continue prompting.